Hello,
Hi,
what's your name?
my name is Minh.
Mingnam, can you introduce yourself, telling me things like your hobbies, your interests, what you enjoy doing at the weekend?
So I like to do a lot of things. My favorite thing to do on, let's say, my free time and weekends is gaming, and I do that quite a lot. But I think it's quite unhealthy. So when I'm not gaming, I usually go outside and play with my friends.
Okay, that's an interesting response. Thank you for that, Nam. Tell me, Nam, how has your life changed in the last 6 years? Would you say you've grown a bit? Do you have the same relationship with your parents? How has things changed for you?
So in the last 6 years, I've hit puberty. And that comes with a personality change. And I think I have become a bit less obedient to my parents. And I think we still don't argue a lot, but still sometimes we still argue.
Okay, and can you tell me, Nam, why are you studying IELTS?
Well, I study IELTS because I want to study abroad in the future.
Okay, do you know where you'd like to go to?
Well, I thought about going to America, but with the current crisis, I might have second thoughts.
Okay, that's interesting. What do you like about America? What did you initially like about America?
Well, I think America, it is a country of freedom, so there I can do a lot of things. For example, I can create a YouTube channel or I can maybe work at a company whenever I want, whatever I want.
Okay, that's true. It does offer a lot of capitalistic freedom for a
Yeah.
guy like you. That's true. Okay, we're gonna have a look at part one questions. Do you have any brothers or sisters now?
Yes, I have one brother.
Okay, can you tell me about him?
So he is 9 years older than me and he's currently in university.
Okay, would you say he has had a positive or negative influence on your life?
I think he has had a quite positive influence on my life.
Okay, how so?
So I think he shaped my personality, and because when I grow up, I've seen him do a lot of things that I like currently.
Okay, that's interesting. So, would you say he has had the most influential influence on you out of everyone in your family?
Well, I think he doesn't necessarily have the most influence, but I think he has the most important.
Okay, who else in your family
Well, obviously,
has an influence?
my mom and my dad.
Okay, how so?
Well, my mom and dad taught me a lot of life lessons, for example, to be perseverance, to be determined, and to also think outside the box.
Okay. Finally, for part one, what characteristics would you associate with men, and what characteristics would you associate with women? And how would you say these characteristics have changed over the years?
Well, I used to think of men as being strong and women being, even though a little weak, but are smarter.
Okay. And would you say your thoughts on these things have changed, or would you say they are relatively the same?
I think things has changed because there are now lots of variety. Like there are weak men and smart men and strong men still,
Okay.
but it's more diverse.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, we're moving on to part two. Part two, you will have some time to prepare. So let me just get my timer ready for you. Okay. So let's look at this one. Okay, describe a journey you made where you learned something new. You should say what happened on this journey, what forms of transport were used, how you felt, and explain what you learned that was new, well, at least to you. Okay, you have 45 seconds now. Okay. Okay, Mingnam, describe a journey you made where you learned something new.
So recently I've been learning a foreign language, which is German. And because I learned it at school, so it's the same, so I use the same transport and used to go to school, which is my dad's motorcycle. And I think I've really enjoyed learning German. And even though I had a pretty hard time learning the vocabulary and the grammar, but in the end, uh, enjoy learning it because I think it opened a lot of opportunities for me in the future. And personally, I like how people pronounce the words in German. And there, and in my journey learning German, there was a pretty I think I faced a pretty hard challenge, and that was doing the midterm test. At that point, I've only learned German for I think 3 months, so I didn't know a lot of things other than a couple of words and a couple of sentences. So I had pretty hard time, and when I was doing it, I think I wouldn't get a high score. But in the end, it still passed, and now, when after I've learned German for 1.5 years, I still enjoy it.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Nam. Tell me, why did you choose to learn German out of all the languages available? Why German?
Well, German because the other languages were Asian languages, and I wanted to learn something more Western.
Okay, that's interesting. Would you like to travel to Germany?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, why?
Well, I think European countries in general are very beautiful, and I've learned quite a lot about German culture, and I would like to experience it.
Okay, so can you tell me how would a city like Berlin in Germany differ from a city like Hanoi or Saigon here in
Well,
Asia?
I think the biggest difference is in culture, obviously because one country is in Europe and the other is in Asia. But I also think it's different because it's more eco-friendly and it's more developed.
Okay, okay, interesting response. So I know you would like to visit Germany one day. How about a German traveling to Vietnam? Where would you recommend him going to?
Well, I think I recommend him to go to the capital, Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City.
Why?
Because, well, Hanoi is, of course, the capital, so it has a lot of, I think, historical places that can help them learn the culture.
That's true.
But in Ho Chi Minh City, there's a lot of popular culture, so it's more modern, and they can learn more things about Vietnamese culture, not just the history.
Okay, interesting response. Thank you very much. Now,
Yes.
is it? Yeah.